Hello, this is Dr. Patrick Hu from Moffitt Cancer Center. We're really happy today to have Dr. Susan Vataparampil here, who is our leader in community outreach. A lot of people don't realize is that you can tell how someone's going to do with your cancer just based on the zip code of where they're from. And that's just not okay. And so we really have to level that playing field. So Dr. Vataparampil, you've spent your life's work doing this. So thanks for all you do, and thanks for being here today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Great. So for someone who's not familiar, tell me about Moffitt's Office of Community Outreach, Engagement, and Equity, or COEE.
Our Office of COE brought together all of Moffitt's efforts around research and outreach to address the needs of the community that we serve. We are surely the state's cancer center, but we also have a special affinity for those people who are in our own backyard. And that's really our office's goal, is to serve our entire community.
We serve a very diverse community, and there isn't a one-size-fits-all approach to cancer care. What can you tell me about what Moffitt is doing to reach out and better serve all members of our community?
I think the first thing that we've realized is absolutely there is not a one-size-fits-all approach, and absolutely we won't know everything about every community. It's really a partnership more than anything for us to be able to reach people with screening, outreach, research, clinical care, and education.
Let's talk a bit about cancer disparities. Why does cancer affect some populations differently, and how are we tackling that challenge here at Moffitt?
There is not an easy answer to that question. I think that what Moffitt has done is really used an important strategy of team science, where we have people who understand the unique contributions. And at a place like Moffitt, we all get to work together on a solution.
That's wonderful. How about increasing diversity in clinical trials? Why is this important, and what are we doing to overcome these challenges?
In order to make sure that we're developing treatments that really benefit the biggest segment of the population, we have to have representation from all of the communities that we serve. And so if we don't have the right numbers of women or individuals from certain racial and ethnic groups or different age groups, we may not fully understand what the benefits are for these novel therapies. So it's our job up front to make sure that we're considering that all of those groups are represented in our trials. We think about what can we do as an organization. Working with Dr. Haura, who's the ACD of clinical science, I work with him to review the trial portfolio. Are we offering clinical trials that really reflect the burden of the communities that we serve? Are we unintentionally excluding individuals based on eligibility criteria that may not need to be so restrictive? Those are just a few examples of things that we do in our own house and then what we do for our community.
What about educating our community on prevention and screening?
I mentioned before that we have a strong community network of partners, and I will tell you the one thing that I've heard loud and clear from that group is that prevention and early detection are priorities. And so as an organization, we've invested in research that is specifically focused on cancer prevention, early detection strategies, and then we don't stop there. Once we do the research, that's where my team comes in to bring these available services out to the community. And we think about it in terms of the exceptional screening services that Moffitt provides, and also access issues and how we can use things like our voucher program to really make sure everyone benefits from discoveries. If nothing else, if I've convinced the community that this is important, then I feel like I've done a good job based on what they needed and what they wanted in terms of their priorities.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Vataparampil, for being with us today. Dr. Susan Vataparampil, head of Moffitt's Office of Community Outreach, Engagement, and Equity.